Hi there, I'm Teresa Dufour with your CT Style Express. So although a vaccine for COVID-19 has arrived, homelessness and the pandemic in the greater New Haven area was and still is a problem. Here with how the United Way of Greater New Haven responded with help is the Director of Coordinated Access from the Greater New Haven United Way, Kelly Fitzgerald. Kelly, nice to see you. Thank you for chatting with us via Zoom.
Hi, Teresa. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so this seems like a really big undertaking the United Way has been dealing with, the pandemic, homelessness. Tell us the problem first.
Yeah, so United Way of Greater New Haven has always viewed having a stable home as a key piece for a family to thrive. And in Greater New Haven, we're seeing right now over 300 households that are unstably housed. In addition to that, we're seeing another over 100 calls a week of households looking for help related to homelessness or just their inability to pay their rent.
I'm assuming these are probably first-time calls or people who are experiencing this for the first time, which must be so difficult.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely seeing a combination of people who have been homeless for quite some time for individuals. And then on the family side, absolutely seeing situations, whether it's based on economic disruptions from the pandemic, places where families were already unstably housed. Now with the dynamics of children doing remote learning, parents being home more often, that those doubled up situations are just less likely to work out.
Sure. And how can the United Way of Greater New Haven help?
The United Way of Greater New Haven is really doing a number of things to help households in order to address their housing instability. We bring partners together to address different interventions that are needed. That could be on the front end when someone's first having a housing crisis and needing help paying their rent, making sure that there is a process in place to do that, as well as those who are in the middle of their crisis right now. How do we act quickly, shelter them to keep them safe, and have them on a quick path to that stable, permanent housing?
Sure. Kelly, what were some of the first steps when you started responding during the pandemic?
The first step when we were responding in the pandemic was really reimagining what the homeless response system looked like for people that were seeking help. The traditional ways of serving people, whether that's in-person appointments that might look like congregate setting shelters, we knew just weren't the safest options for families and individuals, and really needing to work together to identify new solutions to be able to house people in a safe way.
Sure. And what were some of the solutions? Did you turn, I think I had read hotels in the area and that type of thing?
Yeah. One of the first steps was to ensure that clients who are experiencing homelessness could socially distance in their shelter option. And so, yes, we were able, with the help of the state, many partners, we were able to move people out of the shelter and just ensure that they were able to socially distance. In addition, we did also establish many protocols that kept the staff safe, right? Making sure they had the PPE that they needed, making sure that they knew how to handle different situations. And now, as we hear in everything else, wear your mask, socially distance, and just really reinforcing that so we can keep staff and clients safe.
Sure. And what has the response been? Do you ever hear back from any of the clients?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the most important pieces of our work is making sure that clients and individuals who are experiencing homelessness have the ability to provide input into how the system is built and how we're able to address their needs. So we create a number of different mechanisms to get that feedback, to stay connected to families. And I always love those days when I get that letter in the mail, or we get a picture from a family and we hear that the children are doing better, that they're thriving, that they're enjoying school, that they're able to invite their friends over for a sleepover. It's getting those stories. It's like the little chills that I get right now thinking about it, because we know that we've really set that family on a path for long-term success.
Yeah, it's got to be rewarding. Kelly, is there any way the public can help the Greater New Haven United Way?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are in a number of ways. One, I mean, for someone who maybe doesn't feel comfortable leaving their house, would rather make a monetary donation, we're always able to accept those. We have a number of different ways in which even a very small amount can make a huge difference for a family. In addition to that, we are, as we try to house people in safe, stable housing, if there are any landlords that have units that they're thinking, you know, I really would love to partner with the United Way on this front, we have the ability for landlords to learn more about the work that we're doing and to reach out to us through our website of uwgnh.org.
Very good. Well, Kelly Fitzgerald, you're doing great things along with the United Way of Greater New Haven. Thank you so much for being part of it and for giving us the latest information. Hopefully some of our viewers can help out.
Yeah, thank you so much, Teresa.
Sure.